It could work too. Yeah, there's a bit of a lag here. So it should work. So okay, here we go. Let's see here. Oh, it's not doing too bad.
It's fine here.
So it is, like I said, it's a similar setup to the web based version. It's a little more compact because it is a smartphone. It's got all the groupings here. So one of the beauties of this is that you are able to also assign barcodes to pieces of equipment.
Oh, nice.
So, like Phil, I'll give you user access to this as an admin, so you'll be able to edit things yourself going forward.
Right.
And I don't know if you have a labeler in Saskatoon, but if you're able to get that, I'll run through the process for setting up the barcodes. It's pretty easy.
So you get one of those little label printers? And
Yeah, exactly. We got one in Toronto here, and it made it really easy.
We don't have one, but we could get one.
Yeah, for the cost of it, it's a useful thing. Well, for this, but just in the office in general, I love labeling stuff. Just went to town in our field room. So it's not so much that important when you have like a few assets. But if we maxed out to 500, even at 90, it's a bit cumbersome to scroll through all these. So by putting a barcode on here, you can tap on the barcode icon. I brought the camera in here with me.
Yeah, I think anything that makes it easier for the steel guys going in and out, you're golden. Yeah.
So step the barcode, and it'll come up with the equipment.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
And this is just the individual one here. I'll show you something in a sec here. So then again, because I'm an admin, this is all white. So if it was a regular user, this will all be grayed out, so they couldn't edit it. When I'm using this, I accidentally have changed things by accident. But again, it has all the attributes on here, so it's more so for a regular user, just for interest's sake. But it'll have all the actions and the link groups. So if there's associated components and things like that with it, that'll all be here. And as well as staff will be able to review documents such as user manuals or maintenance logs, and they can upload those as well, either the document itself or through images. And again, we can have videos for tutorials and things like that, and it's unlimited for the equipment, so you can have as much as you want on it. And being cloud-based, you can get this wherever you have an internet connection. And so again, it has all the action items on here. So like we said, the item and checkout, this will have, it's pretty much the same as what we viewed on the web.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty handy because I know Jean Bosno and myself, we both sort of put together PDFs of how to use the Trimble equipment.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, because here, I'll show you. I'll show you one. So the camera is not a great example because it doesn't actually have anything associated with it, but turbidity, oops. Show you the turbidity meter here. So this is one where we've had issues with staff not calibrating them because they're supposed to be calibrated daily, I believe. But like we've uploaded what is in here? Invoices for maintenance. We have a draft protocol for turbidity on how to appropriately use it, as well as recently included this calibration check. So this is similar. It's another simplified action item, or it instructs staff to enter project number, calibrated. So is it yes or no? Standard check completed. All components working order, yes. And then there's an actual calibration form that we have that I've digitized in this form. It's a bit fuzzy on the screen there, but So all these asterisks prompt staff to enter the readings. And this is just set up for turbidity, so we could have multiple types of action items depending on the equipment. There's also, yes, and then signed. Oops. So after that's done, there is another component to it, or to Assert Panda, that can include predefined forms. So based on that action item, I've set it up so, where is it here? The last time I did this was on the web platform. I was trying to figure out where it is here. There it is. Action items. User login. Oh, wasn't it? Oh. Bear with me 1 second here.
Uploading photos today of our equipment. And I might also talk to Andy about a field kit. I think it's overwhelming what it could do. Oh, it's big. Well, your imaginations are only limited for anything. So you can think it, you can probably finagle a way to get it done.
Right. Here it is. I don't know, so let's see here. It should be on here too, on the web platform. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Like I said, the smartphone app's a little compact, so I don't know where everything is exactly on it. But so based on that action item for it, like we filled all this stuff out here, so it'll show it all. But there's a thing called predefined forms, so we can set up certain types of forms. So when that action item is filled out, it'll automatically produce an actual form for tracking certain things, like in this instance, calibration. Get it up here. Oh, there it is. Oh. Yeah, so it filled it all out based on that action item. So essentially, this is what our turbidity meter calibration form looks like. So I took that and digitized it into the action item, and then when a staff runs that action, I don't know if you're familiar with Word documents and how it uses bookmarks. So if you like run a macro on an Excel or something like that, it can automatically fill out certain bits of the Word document. So it's kind of something similar to that, where it draws from those bookmarks and fills out these areas. So like it fills out the date, the user, project number, type of instrument, ID, whether it was calibrated, standard check, filled out all the instrument readings, and then has the signature. So that's something I've just been exploring with, I think, the other week, based on feedback from Michael Preston in our office.
But that could be huge, like if turbidity meters aren't being calibrated. That's a bit of a liability for the company, right? And there's some data and everything.
Yeah, exactly. So that's, so I guess the one thing I did want to quickly show you because I know I had a question from Jordan Wilson here. He's at geoscience, so he'd be someone who'd be routinely using this. Is well, what if I want to check out, 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of assets at once instead of going in each individually? That's where there's a group scan function here too. So instead of doing each individual one, well, you'd scan each one, like that one, and that one. I only brought 2 bits of equipment in here, but so now they both come up as being scanned, and so you can do a group action. So you can check all these at one shot instead of each do an individual.
See, that's a massive time saver right there.
Yeah.
So you go out to a field and you take 12 pieces of equipment, scan.
Yep.
Because that's one thing I was not sure about, to be honest, was the barcodes, but I'm convinced now.
Yeah. Well, I think that was the whole driver for this. I was talking with Shane Giles about, I can't remember what we were talking about exactly. We were talking about QR codes and barcodes and well, I don't know how to do that based on what we're doing currently. So then I started looking at different platforms and I think I looked at One by Cat, like the construction company that has a version. There's a couple of different versions out there, but this one was the one that really drew my attention because the limited aspect for users for one, and then documents and images and videos.
Oh, encompassing.
Yeah. And then the fact that it's pretty much fully customizable. There's a few small things where you can't change, but like all these groupings we can edit as needed. All the attributes for equipment we can change. All the actions. Like right now I don't see a limit to what we can't do with it.
No. And you think they're letting you just check with their help desk?
Yep.
So you've got a DI to do this stuff. That's good.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering how much time you're putting into this by yourself. Just.
Oh, there's been quite a bit of time on my own time working on this. That's for sure.
It seems